So I find something very interesting about the claustrum effect. It represents Jesus going into hell and then rising back into heaven. How does that happen? Well, after you practice certain spiritual practices, your brain starts to, I guess, deep meditation. You could say deep prayer, communion with God, coming into union. It starts to secrete oil, your brain. That oil goes down your spine into your lower self, and then it rises back up. This will affect your mind. This will actually cause some type of hallucinogenic effect, some type of conscious alliteration. Is definitely going to happen. You're going to see things differently, bro. And this is the science, and this could actually be a part of the thing that compels certain supernatural dreams and supernatural revelations in a lot of people's lives, including mine. I talked to God twice in a dream. Wasn't long conversations, but he definitely hollered at me. Anyway, moving past that, you got to get into the symbolic nature of it all, because again, even Jesus dying at 33 is a Masonic number, right? We know that the Knights Templar, poetry, political agendas were all involved in making the Bible, especially early on. So we know that there's coded messages. We know that they talk in coded messages for sure, and anagrams, bro. And they use biology. They're telling you about your biology, astrology, all of this type of stuff. It's all intermingled in the Bible, bro. Which is why I'm really so intrigued with the Bible, because when you look at it and you know what you're looking at, the Bible becomes so much more interesting. So anyway, even Jesus dying on the cross, if you put it next to the vitruvian man, that dude that was arms stretched out and legs stretched out or whatever, and you got the circle around him and shit, the vitruvian man, dude, Da Vinci's vitruvian man, is perfection. It's the highest level of order. Jesus dying on the cross was a creature of perfection, and then he went to the highest level of order once he surpassed the flesh and died, right? So death is life. He didn't die, he just went somewhere else. So it's all representing the same thing, and you can see what they're telling you when you look at it. Okay? So even so, what they call this is the Christos oil, right? And I want to make, if you go to a Catholic church and they rub that holy oil on you, this is supposed to be the Christos oil. It's supposed to compel God out of you. What they're not telling you is that that's not actually how it works. That's not, first of all, it's not real bodily fluids. Would you even let somebody rub it on you if it was? Think about it, y'all. Now, so we know that it's not real bodily fluids, but it is representative of the real Christos oil that is actually within you. There's actually a holy oil in your mind, but you got to stimulate it. And I really believe it's a lot to do with your diet, your belief system, how you carry yourself, the decisions that you actually make that affect your character, which is your brain, dog. Really. I don't think that it's something that people can just tap into every day, 24/7. I'm not even sure if you really would want to. I don't think the human body is designed. You probably could unalive yourself with these certain practices for a prolonged period of time. I think taking breaks from trying to be super conscious is necessary for a human being. Honestly, not to say slip into your lower self, but you can't always be your highest self either. That's a strain on the mind, bro. It's an extreme. So you got to be at a happy medium for sure. But what I do want is everybody to kind of obtain a little bit more information. I'm a nerd with this. I'm a geek. I'm in love with God. I know that it's real. I believe that it's real. I know what's going on. And I believe in the things that I say, bro. I believe in my perspective, honestly. And it's a lot of people that see what I'm seeing, and they're saying similar things to what I'm saying. Maybe not necessarily in terms of my content, but just in terms of something's wrong in the world. There's evil going on, the propaganda with the devil, all of these agendas, you know what I'm saying, is taking place, and it's attacking a gender, no matter if it's man or woman, it's attacking genders. And look at Kylie and Bruce Jenner, you know what I'm saying? Not to go on a rhyme scheme on y'all, but let's keep it 1,000. You got to look at these different agendas. And one of the biggest agendas is a gender. That's what's going on. So wake up, Neo, because we're in the fucking Matrix. Now, again, I'm not here to tell people what to believe. This is the messed up part. There's a lot of truth in a lot of religions. That's messed up, bro. Because how do you really pick one? I don't know. Just choose. I know what community I was brought into, the path God compelled and called me for. And I know what I believe in and what I just researched enough to kind of subscribe to on certain levels. But if it makes you better, it compels you to be better. If you actually come to know God and really truly believe and truly start behaving like this as much as you consciously and subconsciously can, when you get to that point, bro, who am I to question what God you believe in? Dog, just do you. You know what I'm saying? Find your God and see if it fucking works out. If it's not working, bro, If it's not working, I believe God is always working. But y'all know what I'm saying. I don't mean from a worldly standpoint. I mean, if you're not actually becoming a better person, bro, like, we're not talking about your bills, your finances, your love life, your sex life. We're not talking about your friends. We're not talking about none of that shit. Material, none of this shit. Like cars, clothes, none of it. We're talking about purely your spirit, bro, your soul, your mind, bro. If you're not evolving from your spiritual belief system, then what type of spiritual belief system are you actually subscribing to? You got to start asking yourself different questions. For me, my belief system, you know, because the power, you know, when you watch those demonic movies, the power of Christ will compel you. It's true. When you actually do believe in your God, whatever it is, it will literally compel you. God will come first. God will come across your mind. Me wearing the cross, I look down. I'm always in remembrance. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? God is within. I remember who I serve and what I believe in. And it compels me to make certain decisions differently than I normally would if I, you know what I'm saying? I might not make certain decisions if I ain't had God. Straight up. I'm okay with being a demon sometimes, especially if I get pissed. That's the reality. So when you see that the power of Christ, whatever your God is, but I'm going to say Christ, actually can compel you to be a better person, how do you question if God is real? You can't, bro, on top of the supernatural chains of events that I've actually witnessed and experienced, and I ain't going to get into right now. Like, you know, anyway, channel your inner Christos. You know what I'm saying? Channel that inner Christ oil, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's that black dude's name, man? Forbidden Knowledge, Billy Carson. He was talking about in the video, because he talks about aliens and the Anunnaki. He was talking about how we got like billions of like crystals on our brain, right? So when you think about the Christos oil, and you're thinking about those crystals, gotta make things crystal clear. Gotta make things really crystal clear, bro. And crystal clear, you know, that catchphrase, that's some real shit. When you crystal clear on a topic, you see through all, bro. You see through it all. Like, you see through the bull. Period. And part of being crystal clear, it takes place actually in the physical standpoint. It literally takes place from a physical standpoint. Like, you, in your mind, you have to be crystal clear in your mind. And I'm starting to see how that might actually play a part in the law of attraction as well. So anyway, just because, you know, just watching The Secret and that type of stuff, you know, just how they say you actually gotta see and feel and kind of like act as if you already have the thing that you, so you're crystal clear. I can see how this clarity in life can actually help people, and it's through, you know, when you're in doubt, when you're anxious, when you're depressed, when you're not crystal clear, bro. You're not walking with Christ, bro. Like, not to say you're not, but you clearly, to walk with any God that is of good is to automatically compel the dark to enact its reason to be. The minute you become closer to God and wake up to God, it's the same minute that the devil becomes closer to you and wakes up to you. So I'm not going to act like just because you're walking with God, everything is hunky-dory. But if you ain't crystal clear in your intent and why you're doing the thing, even if you're going through trials and tribulations, you can't be close to God because you're not clear on why you're fucking doing it as you're going through this hell, this trial and tribulation. That's what I mean. So get crystal clear with God. I'm gone.